Well, good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. This is Pastor Sylvester Bland from Home Churches International and the United Saints of America, where we're building a church of people without walls. I've just witnessed one of the most saddest days of my life as an American citizen. One of the greatest days I remember was President Ronald Reagan quoting the scriptures of 2 Chronicles 7:14. But today I heard another powerful message from a religious point of view, and it seems like it came from a 180-degree position. I'm talking about our Muslim in chief. President Obama spent more time talking about the beauties and the tenets and the wonders of the Muslim religion than I have ever heard in my life from any American. Today, he early in his message talked about the three Muslims that was killed, the young couple and the sister that was killed, but not a peep about using the word Christians that are being killed all around the world by radical Islam. Didn't bring it up at all. The next thing I heard him say with my own ears is how ISIS is he made a point that they are killing more Muslims than any other group exponentially. Why bring that up? Because that hurts him the most. Obviously, if Christians are getting killed, that's not that bad. But because they're killing way more Muslims in the world, now he feels like he has to do something. And maybe that's why he is now standing up and moving. Folks, I don't have the time to bring up how we left in a hurry out of our embassy. They broke the weapons that they left behind. What about all those thousands of rounds of ammunition they left in Yemen, Egypt? Thousands of Christians. Not a peep came out of this man's mouth, and over and over and over again. There's so many things here. What about the young Chicagoans for months, years, are dying in tens and tens of life every weekend. In other words, double-digit lives are lost in Chicago just about every weekend through drugs and banging. Is he talking about that? Oh no. But it's the Muslims. That's his concern. That's what he wants to talk about. He wants to build an internet campaign to thwart radicalization and the recruitment and so on and so forth. And even there was a hint of someone saying jobs, give them jobs. What about the people, the red-blooded Americans right under your nose, Mr. Obama? He also said in his speech about having more Muslims in the seats of our local governments. You need them at the table so that you can get to know them, they can get to know us, so that we could keep the radicalization at a standstill. What about the good old gospel of Jesus Christ? The love, faith, love, hope. What about bringing them into the fold of what God told us to do as being Judeo-Christians? This was a Christian nation. Maybe I'm starting to tend to agree with you, Mr. Obama. In 6 years, you have done more to make us everything other than a Christian nation. And last but not least, Christ did tell us in the scriptures that we should occupy believers until he comes. Since we didn't, they will. And believe me, they will. We won't talk about Christians, and we won't talk about politics. We've bought it the lie. We won't talk about politics. We won't talk about abortion. We won't talk about homosexuality. We barely talk about immoralities. But we talk about the religious feel-good things. Just keep coming and keep paying your money, and everything's going to be okay. Folks, the Muslim in chief showed you his full colors about who he is and what he wants to do. Did you hear it? Did you see it? If you didn't, I'm sorry. America, please wake up. We have a man in office that's dividing and conquering us right on our very noses. And is anybody going to say anything? For one, I will. Our job, according to the scriptures, in the presence of God in Jesus Christ, out of 2 Timothy 2 says that Jesus Christ, who judged the living and the dead in view of his appearing, I give you this charge: preach the word, be prepared in season and out of season, correct, rebuke, and encourage with great patience and careful instruction. For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say whatever their itching ears want to hear. Folks, we're being overrun from the White House to your outhouse, from the East Coast to the West Coast. And folks, what are we going to do now? Well, the Lord has given us a plan. Please contact us, www.theunitedsaintsofamerica.us. God has given us a plan. He doesn't want us ignorant. He has given us exactly what we need to hear, exactly what we need to do. Protect your family and my family. We are America. Don't forget that. And God wants to save Americans that have their eyes open and their ears to hear. The salt and the light. Good night. God bless. And watch my broadcast every day, Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock California time, 8 o'clock on the East Coast. That's www.theunitedsaintsofamerica.us. Phone number 951-360-3399. Good night. God bless.